We decided to find a study relating to new findings on malnutrition because it is relevant to both what we're learning in class and in our future careers as nurses. Nutrient deficiency disorders, like malnutrition, will be an area that as a nurse we will need to be familiar with. Understanding the causes of malnutrition, one being low amino acid levels, as shown in the study, will be essential in determining the correct care for a patient. We also thought this topic may be of interest to those who want to work in a different country, where malnutrition could be more prevalent.
Malnutrition is when the body is not receiving the right amount of nutrients, whether it is too much or too little. It occurs most commonly in people who do not take in enough proteins, calories, or carbohydrates. Within these proteins, there are many amino acids that are essential to the body. If the body is not receiving these amino acids, there can be severe negative effects. Malnutrition is a large threat to the global health population. For example, 2 billion people worldwide suffer from malnutrition. Roughly 2/3 of those who are malnourished live in Asia, and nearly 14% of the population in any developing country is malnourished. The fact that we thought was most interesting was that 1 in 4 children are malnourished.
This study evaluated levels of specific amino acids in relation to malnourishment in children. The study found that 194 out of 313 children, roughly 60%, were stunted, and in those that were stunted, there were significantly lower levels of amino acids. The amino acids evaluated were either essential, conditionally essential, or non-essential. All of these amino acids can only come from one's diet and cannot be produced by the body. An example of an essential amino acid found at a low level is methionine. An example of a conditionally essential amino acid found at a low level is glycine. And a non-essential amino acid example is serine. These examples are only one of the many amino acids from their categories found at low levels.
The study that we looked at suggested that malnourished children become malnourished due to low levels of important amino acids. These essential amino acids are most commonly found in animal-based foods. One of the most effective ways to reverse the effects of stunting and malnutrition is to increase your intake of animal-based foods. This poses a challenge because a high population of malnourished people live in third world countries and in low-income families, making it hard to get animal-based products. It is easier for low-income families to buy foods high in sugar and salt, which can lead to other health problems, rather than animal products like meat and dairy that are needed to reduce the amino acid deficiency.
The table shown here provides a breakdown of the characteristics of the study's population. A total of 14 characteristics are taken into consideration when determining the relationship between amino acid levels and stunting. Data from all 313 participants of the study regarding the 14 characteristics were recorded. This table is provided to show the sample of people who were looked at to analyze malnutrition. Some of the characteristics were if the caretaker of the child is a woman, if the father is alive, and the number of siblings a child has.
This table shows serum amino acid and biogenic amines in children who are stunted and in children who are not. It also shows the children's age and gender. The table shows all 9 essential amino acids, 3 conditionally essential amino acids, and 3 non-essential amino acids, and shows that all these amino acids were much lower in stunted children.